Okay, welcome to our team call. It's Marilyn Mosier here. We are super excited to have you join us, and we have a fun, fantastic month ahead. This is awesome April. We just had March Madness, and now we're looking at a brand new month and still working towards Wanderlust, getting points for our trip to Cabo that the company has. We talk a lot about the 5 for 500 promo that's going on right now with the company and getting those shares for 500 PV, 5 new enrollments. You get a share in the company, has a large pool of money that they give out to those people that sign up 5 people and get shares. So Tirza had an idea, and this is Tirza. She's a Pro 6 out of Iowa City. She and her husband, Kevin, she's a culinary degree. She's a master chef. She has an amazing story about her breast cancer being, getting well through using nutrition and nutrigenomics. And she has an amazing story that we've actually featured her before with her breast cancer story. But I wanted her to explain how she earned 3 shares of the bonus pool and had 16 new customers just in the month of March. And what she did is use the customer wellness party, and she's going to explain all that. So I'm going to toss it over to the replay, and we're going to watch her as she explains those, and then we'll answer any questions at the end.
But when she hears something that is actively working and it's income producing and it's simple to do and fun, Marilyn is right next to you. So I want to say thank you for noticing that first and bringing it to everybody. I love sharing because I believe sharing is caring. So here goes. A while ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was talking to me about Tupperware and how things are not the same because it's not eyeball to eyeball, belly to belly. I was saying I'm feeling the same thing too. You know, people are going from Zoom to Zoom, Zoom with their families, Zoom with their work, Zoom with colleagues, and then you come home and then your friend wants you to join another Zoom and everybody's like zoomed out. So I did not want to be one of those people. I believe that energy flows. And if you can have that right energy, that proper fun level, then people will be like, okay, maybe I want to join this. So first things first, rule first of doing a wellness party is telling everybody to join, whether it's with their glass of wine in their hand, whether it's in their jammies, whether they have sunglasses on because they already took their makeup off. It doesn't matter whether they're in their bed, as long as it's here and they're decent here, they join, okay? This is not designed for distributors. This is designed for your customers. So if you have existing customers or new customers, it is a customer wellness party because we're shining a light on the distributor side through LiveVantage by saying, LiveVantage says, hey, distributors, we're so excited about what you guys are doing. We're going to give you shares. We're going to give you the trip. But our customers do not experience that side of our business that creates excitement for us. So what we want to create for the customers is kind of take a little bit of what LiveVantage is doing and do it on our distributor level. And that's why I started thinking, why am I going to think about all these new ideas when this multi-million-dollar corporation already thought of everything? So I said, okay, if they do shares and they do PV, customers don't understand PV, but they understand dollar amount that they're purchasing. So if I tell my customer, hey, you have to do about this much dollar and this much, and we're going to do a party and you're going to get this much, that's what they understand. So let's walk through the steps that I've done. First things first, it's called a wellness party. If you want to call it something else, go for it. But if you say wellness party and you call your ladies that are doing this hostesses and your men that want to participate with this, because men will participate in the future too, I know this. But they're not going to tell their buddies, hey, you have to join a wellness party. They're just going to say, hey, I'm doing something. You have to come see this. This lady's helping me. That's how they're going to say it. They're not going to give it the name wellness party. So go with who you're talking to. But if it's a woman, which 80% of network marketing are women, then we're going to say wellness party. And when people hear wellness party, they're like, oh, what am I buying? That's the first thing that goes in their mind. You say, first things first, we're going to party. Because we have too many things that we're doing. So you got to get ready to shake it. If you're going to be in your bed, you're going to shimmy. If you're going to be standing up, you're going to do your hands. Either you do hands, you do legs, whatever you're going to do, you're going to dance for the first 10 minutes of the wellness party. It is a reason behind it. When I personally get ready for any type of Zoom, even with Marilyn right now, I have to shake it out. I have to put some music on. I have to do something. So I was listening to 24 Karat by Bruno Mars, and I was going, woo! And I was just getting it out. So if somebody has worked hard the whole day and then comes home, has eaten something, you want to do the party anywhere between 7:30 and later. Because of Eastern time, it's already 8:30. So you cannot do it later than 7:30. And the reason you don't want to do it later is because of all the time schedules and time differences. And I had to learn that the hard way being European that, oh my gosh, oh, you're in Eastern, you're later. Can't tell you how many doozies I've done online. So now that you've established what the name is, then the second thing you want to establish is how I'm going to invite them. Because how do we invite a customer? If it's an existing customer, we're going to invite them with the if I would you. Hey, Marilyn, I realize you've been on our products now for, you have to go in your back office and see for how long. I'm so excited to tell you something that's new that's going on right now. If I could put 10 to 20 to $30 in your pocket each month to get your own auto ship, would you like to know about it? Marilyn's going to be like, of course. She's thinking I'm calling her to explain a new product or try to promote something to her. But in this case, I'm actually giving her something that's tangible, that will benefit her, and she doesn't have to buy anything. So she's not thinking about buying. Don't take that time to talk to them about other products. That's not the reason for this call. The reason is to set the stage for the wellness party and invite. We're basically doing ITT here with our customers. I invite her to listen in on something that can help her, and I bring in the tool. The tool is the share, friends and family benefits. That's the tool. And then I'm going to introduce her to other team members that are customers. And those customers are going to have fun with each other because customers that are customers with other customers, and I'm the only distributor in there, what they're realizing is there's a lot of exciting people about this product. People love our product. So you can't do it with a whole bunch of distributors. If you do it with another distributor, it might be one more, but no more. It's supposed to be about them. It's about them. It's with them. What's in it for them. It's not what's in it for us because we're creating value for them. I'm only sharing my personal story, why I'm excited to be involved with all these amazing, beautiful people, and why I believe that this can help them in their household and who would not want more savings. And then I do a plug at the end of a wellness party and say, hey, for all you amazing activators out there that are only taking Protandim right now, just know that with our wellness, it is no longer $49.99. It will be $36 when you add it. So if you want to know more about that, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you. Whether I personally introduced you to it or you were just a referral, it doesn't matter. We know how to find you because we take care of all of you. And that is my closing statement so that I can still put a plug in, but I'm not selling. I'm just telling. There's a difference, okay? It's fun, it's light, it's fluffy, it's just celebrating our stories. So first things first, wellness party. If I would you. You say if I would you every single time. For the person that's new, that has a new name list, they can start immediately with a launch party to do a wellness party, and they can immediately do a launch party to talk about the business and the product. Because most people, when they get started in this business, they want to create more customers than distributors because they think if I get people on the product, I can create stories with my friends, and then their friends are going to get excited, and their friends and their friends. And now you can do it faster through the wellness party because now you can tell Marilyn to bring 3 or 4 of her guests. You can tell Dwight to bring 3 or 4 of his guests. And then before you know it, you have so many people bringing guests at that particular launch party that would not do that because the minute they become a customer, that evening, we can immediately refer all their friends. But who gets credit for all those customers? The new distributor that just got started. The new distributor just bought a platinum pack and spent $1,200 of their hard-earned money plus to get started with a platinum pack. Once a return on their investment, and they can get 5 shares from their 30 to 40 man name list because they get 3 to 4 people that introduce 3 to 4 people. But it's creating the excitement. Nobody sees this coming. I don't care what you are, who you are, your background. When you see people having fun, you're gonna look and you're gonna be like, they're either crazy, they either drank something. I don't know what's in the water there, but they might be tapping their feet under the chair and you just don't know it. but in their face, they're not saying it. So everybody wants to have fun right now. Right now, it's a lot of fear in the world. It's a lot of despair in the world. A lot of people are losing people. We are not want to diminish from what's happening, but we also want to have some relief. And that little 20, 30 minutes of relief on that call is just so revelating. It's all about not selling on the call. Call is not for sales. The call is for celebrating with existing customers and potentially new customers. The call is there to bring forth some other people that share, and you always vet first who's going to share. You always have the people that are long goodbyes. Those are the people that don't share yet on the call. You have the people that keep it short. They just want to tell you this stuff works. I've been on it for so many years, and I've just been excited. You have 3 shares. You have a share for each product. So if you have somebody that has a great share with Tri-Synergizer, they share. You let somebody share with skincare. You let somebody share. You let people share with different products. And usually I like to do Tri-Synergizer, either physique and skincare, or hair care. Always Tri-Synergizer is the base, or hair care, or if they have something really amazing with Axio, I'll share that as well. And I usually do this, I try to do these parties on a Monday, because on a Wednesday, I have a Wellness Wednesday. And then I'll invite all the new people to the Wellness Wednesday that came to the party. So parties can be anywhere from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then invite them to the Tuesday event for LiveVantage. And then those are the people that are interested in knowing a little bit more. That means you have to have a system. You have to have a schedule. Who am I going to invite? I have a tip for everybody. A lot of people don't do this, but when you're on a Zoom doing a party, you make the screen bigger. You take a picture of the first screen, a picture of the second screen, a picture of the third screen. You need to see everybody's name. If somebody comes in with iPhone, we ask them to put their name on their screen. You have to know who's on your party so you can talk back to who. And we tell them, when you come in, type in Tirsha / Marilyn Mosier. Then I know you were referred by her. It's important, because when you start doing this, it can become really big. It started with 3 to 4 people referring 3 to 4, and then all of a sudden you'll have 15, and you'll have 20, and you'll have 30 people. It grows that fast because people start saying, man, I've never seen something like this before. And then what we did to make it easy is we started telling all the customers, we just make a free QR code for them. It takes 2 seconds to make a free QR code. Or with the free QR code, the person just scans it on the call, and you just put it on your phone. And in the party, if the person says, who's in, who would like to know more? And then the person that invites them just puts their phone and they scan it, and it goes straightly to their phone. So if I now gave you a scan of what I have, so I by any chance I'll have a picture, and I have a picture of one of my doctors, right? And I'll give you one of his scans. So this would be his scan. And then you would just scan it. You would pick up your phone and you would scan this right now, and it would go to his basket talking about 5 to Thrive. And this was made in Canva, 2 minutes.
Wow.
Took the assets from LiveVantage, and this is what I did for my doctor. And no, nobody is going to talk to him. He doesn't have time. He's a chiropractor. So what does it say on the bottom here? Scan the QR code, place your order today. If you have any questions, please call Tirsha. And then I'll help you. With a really happy smile on the other side. So even if you scan this right now, I'm going to keep it up. You're going to see it's going to bring you to Dr. Dylan's QR code and his basket. You can also have the link ready for all the other persons. The thing is, you don't want to miss anybody, because lots of times people are excited, they have a lot of fun, but the follow-up falls in the hands of you. You're the distributor, they're just the referrer. Referrer doesn't think about paperwork, they don't think about follow-up. All they think about is what I need to do. Now, once in a while, you'll find customers like I have that don't really want to be a distributor, but they're so excited about winning Performance Club because they want to get 2 people that equal $100 each month for 4 months so they can get a free bag of Axio from moi. They will do that. They will take it more serious and they will call back the next day. So that means you also need to have time to have follow-up time the next day and the day after. So when you see a really weird number on your phone, pick up the phone and say hello. It doesn't always have to be a robocall. If it's a robocall, put it down, because you will get a lot of new numbers calling your phone. and you have no idea who they are, but they will announce themselves and they will get excited. That's why it's not for distributors, it's only for customers. So name first. Second, invite for new and existing, if I would you. Third thing, make sure that everybody shows their face and is present regardless of what they look like or what they are in, because it's not a popularity contest, it's not a show contest, it's a have fun and let loose for 10 minutes when we start. Okay? And then after the music stops, usually the host will be the one to play the music. So that means you need to have a boombox. My boombox broke, you guys. I got to go buy a new one. Gives me a reason to spend some money, have some deductions. I'll be fine. But it broke. We were partying and it just went kaput. So you have to have the music in the background so everybody can listen. So the music should already be playing as people come in, and you should already be amped up and doing your thing. And once that, and make sure that the music is a music that is from today, and that's what we do. And then once people come in, you always, if you do it by yourself, you do not need a host to introduce you, because most people will know you because their friends introduced. You're going to see this person. But if you want to, you can have a host that can introduce you. That would be nice as well. And that could be a fellow distributor that could be learning, that would be good at basically being your host and your MC. And then once they introduce you, if you have one, you then start saying, now tell me that wasn't fun. That's the first thing I say. I say, I love doing business, but if I have to feel like I have to do something, you've lost me. If I feel like I can have a lot of fun doing it and I can put smiles on people's faces and a smile on my face, you're going to have me at hello. Okay? And if then it's something that's actually good for me, and it's been good for me for the past 10 years, it's been good for millions of people all around the world, you got me even more. And when I can see results not only in myself, my parents, but also the people that I'm benefiting on a daily basis, wow. I went from being a nutritionist, helping people with their health, to becoming a nutrigenomics educator, transforming people's lives all around the world. Nobody can take that away from me. And now I get to share this with all of you. If it wasn't for your excitement and your giving heart and your giving spirit to bring people to this call, we would not be here. And that's what I tell people. I make it about them. I make it about personal, but I still bring me in the picture in conjunction with them. And that's where you need to find what you want to say. And I have something called Teleprompter. It's an app. I actually type in my teleprompter what I want to cover, and I actually type in who is going to be speaking. And then my teleprompter has a timing on it, and it lets me know. I'm kind of an organized freak, so and the teleprompter will go past, and it will tell me exactly, okay, you finished talking now, and then it pauses for 5, 6 minutes, and then it tells Marilyn Mosher is now going to speak. And I say, Marilyn, I saw you, girl. You were rocking it in your onesie. Go, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe next time you need to give me some music tips. I do something fun. I say, when I met her, I mean, it's just all around awesome lady. I do give 1 or 2 tidbits, and I say, I'm not going to take more of your time. We have a few more people that need to talk, but you need to hear a little bit about her. Just keep it short for the peeps. I said, what I do want to do is, as you guys start sharing more of your stories, I do want to do a showcase where I will feature 2 people that will share a little bit more in depth about their story. So you guys want to stay tuned. This is not a one-time party. This is the thing we're doing. And then I let them know that they're going to be sharing short, but if you want to know more, come to one of our showcase where we showcase 1 or 2 stories in a longer version about our personal customers. And this is what we've been doing. And this is the thing. I want to close by telling you this. You really do this, this is what's going to happen. You're going to make Marilyn a customer, and you're going to get a commission on a Tri-Synergizer. That's 100 PV. She's going to refer 1 or 2 or 3 people that are going to ask her, what have you purchased? She's going to say this. Highly likely they're going to purchase what the friend has purchased. If not, they're going to purchase at least close to this. And if they really don't have the resources, they will purchase at least Pro Tandem, yes? So at least Marilyn will have you 3/4 to getting your share. And then you can even help those 2 people and say, who would you like to refer? So you can go 3 levels deep with referrals. And before you know it, Marilyn has brought you your whole share. Isn't it then something nice to send her a hand cream? and say thank you. It's not going to make anybody go bankrupt, even if you just got started in the business and you're looking for your ROI. You can give somebody a hand cream that's $12.
Yeah.
Go in your back office, order it, drop ship it to her, say thanks for doing that. That was amazing. Way to go by paying it forward. And that's just what we do. And then when you start doing that more and more, you're going to get into 4 to 5 to 6 shares, and you're going to get Wonderlist just by paying it forward and doing wellness parties.
Wow. Now, one thing, I don't know that we've covered this in the beginning, but what is the conversation when you talk to that customer that's you want to be a host or hostess? Do you just say, you talked about the what is the prize, the actual, how do you verbiage, or what's your verbiage for that?
I basically say for about $200 worth of price, I'm going to give away for somebody that wants to host a wellness party. I believe that your story is so powerful that other people that you know need to know and hear about what this transformation and this health journey has been for you. So we bring it into their personal story. I think it's important for you to understand that I can't tell your story just like you can't tell my story. But I believe if we can get a group of people together, you can inspire a lot of people. I know you don't want to be a distributor or else you would have been one. But I do know you love to help people. So now I put words in their mouth, because if you wanted to be a distributor, you really would have. But I do believe that your story needs to be told, and I can't tell it for you. I don't want to put you on Front Street. I don't want to stress you, but I do want to stretch you a little. And with that stretching, I just want to ask if I would do the talking and you would do the inviting and the listening, and we would have a party, and it would start with 10 minutes of dancing and having fun, and then sharing a little bit of your story with some other people that I think would benefit from hearing your story. Would you like to do that? Did it sound weird to talk to somebody like that? We get no's every day. That could be a no, not now, not the right timing, or yes.
Right.
I said, and then a person like you, I know you could end up being in my performance club and kicking butt and just getting free product in the process. I know exactly what you're taking right now, so I know exactly what you would like to try. I know you would like to try the Exhale. As a matter of fact, if you decide to do one of these wellness parties with me, I will mail you 5 bags of Exhale today, and I sweeten the deal. And I'll just mail you $10 with Exhale with a stamp on it, $11.50. When we did the performance club with our organization, I won 6 bags of Exhale. They're sitting at home being given away as things to give people to do. But this is also the thing. You can make the prices as much as you want or as little as you want. It's about giving something away as a prize. But I believe that if you take your money out of your shares, if you get 2 shares, you want to always go for 2 to 3 shares, because you want to give one of your share in money away to make product. I had someone else that said, hey, I'm going to make 3 packages and I'm going to give a number 1 prize, a 2, and a 3. The reason I personally didn't want to do that is I wanted everybody to feel special, but I wanted to have one ultimate big prize that somebody could actually win so that people have something to look forward to that's huge. I want the prize to be, I'm actually connecting with people. I'm back seeing other people that are happy like me. I'm hearing other stories. People get fulfillment out of hearing good things about other people. And that's what I wanted to do first. That's a prize in itself.
Right. Okay, and then the other thing that you had said is you do this actually for customers, or for not even people that aren't even signed up yet. So you've done it even for like friends and family that have offered to have a party. Do you want to just tell them how that works? Or
basically I just get anybody, not just my people, but your people. So if you're my first level distributor or second or third or wherever level you are, if you're in our organization, first things first, you can send a email to your organization and telling them that you are going to be doing a wellness party, customers only, and their friends are invited. The distributors are not on the call, okay? And I would do it only with 1 or 2 distributors. So look at your organization and look at which one of your distributors is new, which one can do it. You can do 3 or 4 parties a week with 3 different distributors. And then it would be you and the new distributor and their people and your people. The idea is to have new people and their people and existing customers. Existing customers share their stories, new people don't. And the only thing I ask people is this: would you, if I would you, is my only question. if I could put you in a room with amazing people that are getting great results, that are excited about what we're doing, would you like to participate? You don't have to dress up. You don't have to make up. You don't have to do any of these things. All we want you to do, if you want to sip your glass of wine, do it. We tell people what they are going to expect so that they are making the decision while you're talking to them. Most of the time, people ask people a question, but they don't lay it out on a platter. I'm a chef. I'm supposed to lay out the menu for you. I'm supposed to visualize it for you. So you want to eat my short rib braised ribs in red wine with roasted carrots and golden beets and mashed potatoes with garlic butter made from scratch. Now you want it. But if I tell you I'm going to give you a meal, that doesn't say anything.
Right.
So as you're inviting, you have to describe what they're going to experience in the evening and become like a little bit of a storyteller. Marilyn, when you decide to do this with us, we're going to have fun and you're going to be partying with us first. We're going to be having some people talk. They're not distributors. They're just people that want to share because they care and they want to benefit someone else because their story is not your story and it might inspire you to think of someone that you could potentially help. The reason we want to have people tell their stories and not censor anything, and that's why we don't record them, because we want them to be able to share from their heart, because somebody else would be like, but that's my uncle, that's my cousin, that's my auntie. Well, okay. At the end of the party, we say, hey, for anybody that just was participating for the first time, if you want your own with your family and friends, just call me. My phone number is my Zoom ID number. Or put it in the chat box and let me know that you would like a call with your phone number and I will reach out. If you already know what's a good time for you, put that in the chat box. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat box. Because what we're doing is then we're looking through the chat box and seeing if there's questions. And all I do is I take a screenshot because you don't have the time to be writing at the party. You're too excited. There's too much excitement, too much energy. I just take screenshots of everything. And then I go and look at it. And then after the party, I'm doing all the follow-up and writing everything down. It brings a little bit more work with it. But I'm telling you, it's fulfilling. It gives you the feeling like you're doing an income-producing work because you literally get an actual customer out the deal. And it's actually a new name list that is attached to multiple new name lists that you can potentially tap into that you didn't have yesterday. That's an income producing activity if
Right.
I haven't seen any one of them. So just if I would you describe what you're going to be giving them. And if you want to put your own little spin to it based on your personality, you can do it because based on who you are, you're going to talk different. But it's always about following the schedule with first have excitement, then share with them the stories, then share a little bit of your story at the end because you don't come first, they come first. Then you share a little bit of your story at the end because you're opening up with excitement. Then you have people's stories that bring you in a roller coaster because some of the stories will make you cry, some of them will make you laugh. And then you come to my story, it makes you cry a little, but you see me smiling and laughing and it brings you right back up. And I leave you on a natural high and I never drop you back down. And then I just invite you for the next one. And then when people log in, the thing you have to do, before I forget, this is most important. When you do the Zoom, you have to now put that they have to put their email. Well, go change the back office in your Zoom just for the party, because once they come in, you have to give them like LiveVantage gives us Success Mastery. You have to put your name and your email. Put that in your Zoom. That's important because then you'll have everybody's email and then you put them in an email list and you thank them. You send them a thank you. I send them I have an e-card system and I love e-card systems. Pay like $5 a month for it. And then you send them an e-card and thank them. I already have made them in advance and I send them a thank you card for thank you for joining. And it's a dancing card. It's a virtual card. It opens up, confetti comes out, and it's just like me.
Oh.
And it's just fun. So it's work, but put it together first, run it by, let your team run it together, talk about some of ideas that you have, and then come up with a format that works for you. Because in the Midwest, people will like it, but it's not just the Midwest. I'm talking to people internationally. Some people join these parties from the Netherlands, from Germany, or different countries. A friend of mine wanted to join, let a friend join from Thailand. So it's different cultures. So everything is a little bit different.
That's so cool. So in kind of to summarize, the fact is that the host, you're talking to customers only, because those customers cannot get into the 5 for 5 share. It's the distributor that does. So that's why when you're giving bonus product to these customers, but they're giving you their customers enrolled under you. So that's the caveat. And then if you're doing it for a distributor and their customers, obviously that's why you only want the one distributor, because somebody has to get credit, for those new customer referrals. They're going under a distributor. Does that make sense? So then basically, I love the verbiage that you're saying. You're making it, even though you are the one getting into the performance club and getting into the shares of the corporate shares, you're saying the same verbiage to those customers. Hey, so you're saying that if they get referrals for 3 or 4 months straight, then they get into your little performance club. And then you're saying you get them 5 customers.
They need to get minimum 2 people that equal $100
okay.
for 4 months to get a bag of Axio, just like we do in our performance club.
Okay.
If they get 5 people immediately in a month, that would be considered a share that equal $500 in shops and whatever they order. They immediately can get a gift, or you can immediately put them in a raffle to win a packet that is worth $200.
Okay.
So you can decide what your prices are, but you need to have a small price, small thing that they can consistently do, because you want consistency for a quarter. And most people, you have maybe 1 or 2 that will do it, but most people will try to go for the big win and try to give you 5 or 6 people. Even some people have asked me, but Tirsha, listen, and we just shifted that. So Marilyn, you became a customer, new customer, you referred 2 to 3 people. And then we gave you a raffle ticket for each person that you referred. So now, if you referred 4 people and you became a customer, you got a raffle ticket for you being a customer, but you also got 4 other tickets because 4 customers were put with you. So now you have 5 raffle tickets and a bigger chance to win the bigger prize.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So that's also a good way to help them get the 5. This was all about what do we do on the distributor side and how can I word it differently on the customer side to get them excited to do the same thing that we do without feeling the stress of having 200 PV and building a business and this and that. Now they're just being stretched to do something other than they know, but they're just introducing. So I would say people just start with your own party first and do one party first. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. It's not about sales. It's about show and tell. And tug in people's heartstring and have fun. And then at least you'll get new names that experience you so that when you call them, you're no longer a stranger.
Right. I love that. And you said too that you order prizes direct ship to them, order it under BC 2 or 3. That way you get the bonus for it.
You get the bonus for it. So always order it. If you don't have your BC 2 or 3 yet, then you order it on your own personal name. And that helps you with your auto ship that month if you don't already have it, and then you drop ship it to them. You always want to order your own product because you're giving it away, and this is a way for you to do that because this is also tax deductible because it's a giveaway. So now in our days of doing the business online, you have maybe $14 to $50 with the Zoom cost, your phone bill. You're not driving a lot and going to places like we were. We're not traveling as much as we did. So giveaways are a way for you to have a better tax deduction. You can maybe get a whole new office, but how many times can you get a whole new office? So you're creating also a way to not only give back, but for you to also have some tax deductions moving forward.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I just appreciate you sharing so many great tips. I think this is awesome. I was talking to a friend that, she has another network marketing. Okay. So that basically is the whole concept that she explains how she does her wellness parties. So do you guys have any questions? Did you get notes? What do you think of the idea?
How long do they usually last, did she say?
She said about 20-30 minutes. She keeps them real and I don't think, 10 minutes of dancing, I don't know in my realm of people if that would, be too long. I would think maybe a little bit of fun at the beginning, maybe 3 to 5 minutes or less. because people's time is valuable. So I wouldn't really, I'd make it fun and that kind of thing, but I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on that. I would mainly, what she does is tell her story and then have 3 people picked out, 3 customers that have a good story. Or if you have one distributor on there that you're working with, 1 or 2 or 3 people share result stories. And she said try Synergizer or Protandim stories, or a hair care, skin care story, or an Axio or a physique story. And then it's all about the sharing and the energy of that, and then maybe explaining a little bit about what the promos are. But basically, I think it's a really good idea, because basically you could ask one of your friends, either a customer or a friend that isn't yet, to invite people to this call, and or especially new distributors, like she said, a launch party. But yeah, just make it very non-intimidating. There's no PowerPoint, there's no going through all the products. There's it's just more of a casual sharing. But then the fun is everybody's trying to get the raffle tickets, they're trying to get the prize. I don't know, what are your thoughts?
She doesn't share all the products then. She just picks out a few to highlight.
Yeah, she said the Tri-Synergizer, she goes over that, and then either the hair system or the skincare system, and then she'll have somebody share about a physique or a product or an Axio. But I think what I would do is talk about the gut health aspect or the physique. And then the hair care, skin care is a different line. And then the Tri-Synergizer. You could even, I was just thinking of Denise has a friend that has involved in a pet, whatever, what do you call it? A pet resort. And
yeah, I mean, I don't always spend that much money on my motel rooms that people are spending it for their dogs. Yeah.
I know, right? So I was thinking, hey, this person could invite a bunch of people that love pets and talk about pet stories and Pet Tandem and Nerf 2, or you could make it more of or if you have a bunch of vets, talk about pet stories and make it about more focused on that. And then have a prize for so many Pet Tandem you're going to give away, or something like that. So I don't know, I really think this is a great idea. I'm going to try it. At the end of the month, to get my 3 new customers last month, it was talking more about daily wellness, but I ended up with people using the hair care system. So I talked to a few new people. They were young gals in their 20s, and I'm like, oh, did you know we have this award-winning non-toxic hair care system? If you want to try it and get your girlfriends, maybe just share with them what you're using. Oh yeah, I'm looking for a new hair care system. They ordered it. I said, if you don't like it, you can return it, no problem, or I'll buy it back. But I want you to try it. Give me your story. And yeah, they're trying it. I don't know. I'm hoping that can lead to some new people. And then if I would say to them, and I know Denise has, she had a gal sign up using someone else's customer code. Do you want to explain that, Denise?
So I had somebody that wanted to sign up, but I knew that financially this has always been a deterrent for her. She works as a server. Her husband struggles with finances as well because of health issues. So I took one of my customers that's a real introvert, that really struggles with sharing with anybody what she's doing. And she's been a long-term customer and just very, very loyal. And I took her code and gave it to this other gal and said, okay, I'm going to give this to you so that you can use this to get $10 off. And then I explained to her the system, told my introvert, hey, you should be watching. Now, do they get an email then that says that they're going to get the $10 off? Is that how it works?
Oh, yeah.
So I notified her that she might be getting something. I said, I know you've had a hard time sharing with other people about what you're doing, but you're such a loyal customer. I want to try to help you get that $10 off your next order. And yes, my new customer was somebody who used that code. She had the most amazing story, you guys. It's her 2-year-old with autism,
Mm,
and they have been through therapy for months. And the therapist had finally told them that he's plateaued and there's really nothing that they can do. Let's just watch him for a while and you do the home therapy. I had talked to Carrie about what, dosages and things like that. And because of the, we can't cure, treat, or mitigate, we can't promote with children, et cetera, et cetera. And I shared that information, and she had come to me originally when that child got diagnosed. She came to me and said, "Don't you sell Protandim, Denise? I saw on Facebook pages for autistic kids that this was the natural product everybody was going to."
cool.
After less than a week of that child being on, the grandmother and the mother came to me crying because the child started giggling for the first time in his whole life.
Mm.
He had not gone to, I'm sorry, it's just, I love these people, but he had not gone to other people and reached out, family members. There were certain family members that he would never go to. He would never laugh. He was very serious. He would just stare at people. And all of a sudden he started giggling. And the father is the one that said, "It's those new products. That's the only thing you've done different."
Denise, what were the products again?
He was using half dose of Nerf 2, Nerf 1, and Axio.
And so did they just like empty the capsule of the NRF1 and crush the NRF?
yeah.
What did they do? Yeah.
Yeah,
Axio,
and
NRF2
crush
and Axio.
Yeah.
Basically in 5 days, this.
Yeah.
And that story, that's why if I were you, I'd be using that text because April is autism month.
So
Yeah.
what I have promoted to her is that, okay, you saw how this $10 coupon worked. Let's get money off on your next order. Let's get your testimonial written down, because all of this was verbal.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's get your testimonial written down. Again, we can never claim to cure, treat, or mitigate, and we can never say that this is, a product for children. It's all the parents' choices. But a lot of her, like I said, her people came to her, or, through Facebook and said, "This is what we are doing." And so that's what I'm proposing to her.
Yeah, and I would do. and I
So
would have-
this all works right in with that.
Right, because I would have her invite those people on that page, say, "Guess what? I'm going to give you a $100
Special
product
code.
prize or whatever. And all you got to do is invite these people to hear this story and, just inspire them. And there's no, connection or anything, or expectation here, but I want them to hear this positive story, because just think how if you could help 1 or 2 people,
Yeah,
that's all.
yeah.
So if she could do a launch or wellness party like this, just tell her, this would be huge. And just all of those customers, since she doesn't want to be a distributor, those go under you.
And so this is during your presentation, I actually texted her and said, "We need to talk.
Right.
Let's make sure we get you some money off on your next order. I got a plan for us." And then she'd responded that everybody after Easter, everybody's gotten sick with a cold. Instead of the Easter bunny, it's Easter bug. We're not used to being around.
But I think that, and then just also the idea of the gal that owns the pet or is involved with the pet resort.
You got to understand that gal that owns the pet resort, they're another distributor.
Right, I know. We can talk later. This call is being recorded.
But also,
I was just thinking those ideas of if you have a customer or a friend that does that, I think those would be great ideas. But anybody else have any other questions? Otherwise,
Yes.
yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's say, I'm trying to make sure. So let's say that we have this customer of Denise's who is has an autistic story. She has her own referral link, right? Right. She invites people to hear her story. We have a little wellness party. We have a lot of fun. She is going to share her story, have her people on there. And then, or I could even invite people, like I could invite people and they could become her customer because they're actually gonna be my customer too, right? No,
No, that's why she said, don't do it for other distributors. You want it
Okay.
for only customers or your distributor and her new people. Because all of those new customers that come to this party, you know, you can sort out if you need to, who's going to who, but I would do a party, like she said, only for that customer and their people.
okay,
That customer, unless you can give her the option, say, hey, you just have all these people that want to order. Do you want to do you want to upgrade to a distributor and get the credit for those? Or are you just fine being a customer and getting the free product and the raffle and all that? Because those those customers are going to go under somebody, and that's me. Or you know what I mean? So they
she's gonna, yeah, exactly,
I'm
but
just
no,
saying, yeah, if Denise says that, hey, do the party, and then the gal says, I don't want to be a distributor, I'm fine with just
Mhm.
free product, then those new customers all go under Denise. And if there's 5 customers, she just got herself a share of the pool.
oh, really? They wouldn't go under the customer?
No, they can't. They go, I mean, the customer gets credit, but the sign up, the
Invalid
enrollment commission goes to goes to a distributor.
Oh, okay,
So if you're
but,
the distributor doing the party,
Gets
that's you
$10 off,
need
you know?
the credit for it.
okay,
But
but
we
they
get
still
that.
use the
Get the
customer's
tax.
referral link though.
Right.
Got it, okay, and my other,
Or I like the idea of the QR code. So
right,
using that QR code that you have, I thought that was a great idea, especially for a lot of, busy physicians or whoever that, it just goes
Yeah.
right to the cart.
yeah, okay, the other thing I was a little confused about though, okay, so I get that idea, I love that idea. You have one person with a powerful story, they're a customer, they invite people to hear her powerful story, you give her referral link or his referral link, they get money off, people get credit, money off, and I get the enrollments. Okay, that's one thing. Now, Tisra talked about though that sometimes she has 3 stories
Right.
for wellness. How could you have 3 stories? So you would have 3 people
So
with
you,
different
so
stories
you,
bring customers?
yeah, so you can invite your customers to that party. And that way, those people that you invited that were customers, they can share their story and, as well. I mean, that's just the way Tirza does it. There's no,
I guess my point is, Marilyn, I either have one customer with a powerful story and their customers, or I could have 3 or 2 customers with a powerful story. They each invite their own customers, people to learn. So, I mean, I think for me to learn this, I might just have one customer with a powerful story invite people rather than get too much with the Tri-Synergizer and the skincare and the this and that. I might just have one. I mean, is that okay? Do you
yeah,
think?
no, whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable with. I think what she was doing is, it's just if you've got 30 people or 20 people in a room or for a Zoom for a half hour, obviously it's nice to know there's 3 different things you can talk about more of the product, because not everybody is going to be, unless they're all about autism or if they're all about pets, or unless you want to make it a theme party, then that's fine.
Right.
I guess her thesis is she's got 3, talk about gut health, brain health, energy, immune system, and then skin and hair. So you've got those 3 categories that you kind of want to drive more product to different, more stories are being shared. There's more inspiration. There's more, maybe I don't have a pet, so I'm not going to resonate with that, but I obviously want them to try the skincare or whatever. So that's why she does the 3 people sharing. But yeah, I mean, Julia, you could just have that one, that customer and all of her customers or friends, but then they're hearing your story. Because if
Yeah.
you know what I mean, that
I
customer.
share my story just because I take the product.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing it because I'm a distributor. I'm sharing it because how it helped me. Maybe I talk about my husband or something, and then they tell their story, and then that's it. I think this is a great idea. And I know a lot of the distributors on our team have talked about wanting to do this. And
Right.
this is a really good format.
Yeah. And so that customer, I mean, and I would be very shocked if that customer all of a sudden had 15 or 10 friends in a room, and all of a sudden she's like, I mean, why? I just invited 15 people, and Denise is going to get all the credit for this customers. Why wouldn't I sign up and upgrade? I mean, I think it's a great idea, because that's kind of what happens at a Tupperware party. You invite all these, you talk somebody in to do a Tupperware party for you. They bring all the guests. The orders go to that person that said, hey, you want to have a Tupperware party? And then you're like, hey, do you want to be a rep with this company? You just invited a bunch of people. And that's basically how it happens. So
That's good. I love it.
sorry, this call went an hour. I did not mean for it to go so long, but any other questions? Do you think it's okay, Dennis? The male opinion, I want to hear it.
Oh, I could see it working. But it sounds like too, she kind of set it up with her customers and talk to them and give them a little bonus for telling a story too.
Yeah.
She was using it like for a bribe to get them to jump on the Zoom and also share a story for a little reward for doing that, which when you're sharing, say to 10 people and you hear another story, one of your customers might say, hey, maybe that is something I should try. And then they might go ahead and order it.
Yeah, because
So, it sounds like in the beginning, it's kind of a lot of work to get it all going. But if you could get it going, and as people keep joining this party, it would just keep growing, like she was saying. Might start out with only 5-6 people, but it could easily get built up to 20 or 30
right,
just because other people are inviting.
because every customer has their own little circle of influence, right?
Right.
That's her thing, is getting into all of those customers' circles of influence. And that's the power, because then, like she said, those customers have to go under you because you're the only distributor in the room. Does that make
Right.
sense?
But then they get the $10 off their next order or whatever for the, to
And
keep buying products. So
they get in the little bonus, and she makes it about hey, get 2 customers for this month for $100 in volume, or in $100 in product, and you get to be in my little performance club, and I'm going to send you free Axio or free this or that, or you get your name in a raffle for a $200 prize of products. So while the customers are driving for this little goal, it's feeding into your your performance club and your 5 for 5 and all that. So I love it.
Yep. She's pretty smart about it.
I know, right?
She
Oh, it's so
knows
fun.
what she's doing.
Yeah, last month I mentioned to Kim, or I don't know who I was telling him, like, oh, I think it'd be fun to kind of do a customer, like a party like they do for Tupperware. And then when I heard Tirza talking about this on Facebook, I'm like, what the heck? I'm gonna have her tell us how she does this, because this was an idea that I had no concept how to make it work. So I was like, wow, this is great. So anyway, anybody else? Anita, are
Yeah.
you raising your hand?
I am. So you would do, at the end of the 30 minutes of the party, how do you get people to, they need to go ahead and sign up and get the product. They go to the next day or the day after, they get busy, they change their mind. That's why the follow-up is so important. So are you getting them to fill out something with all their information on it and then go back to the person and say, look, you just got 5. Do you want to be a distributor? Or you put them under yourself. So she didn't talk about how she worked that part of it.
She said she screenshotted, because during the
Right.
party, she doesn't have time to write everything down. But she told everybody to put their email or who referred them on their Zoom name. But otherwise, what I would do is,
And they can put it in the chat too.
Yeah.
They can put it in the chat.
Oh, that's true.
what I would do is just screenshot all the people that were there, and then I would call back the gal that was the hostess the next day or right after the call, and say, okay, you had 10 people on. How do you know all these people or whatever? And then a little bit about them as far as like how to follow up with them, what they were interested in, and then basically you'd follow up and find out if they
I was
want.
gonna say you could either email each one afterwards and say, okay, which product did you want? Let's get together and go to, or she can instruct them how to. And she also did say, I wanted to say earlier, she leaned on the Tri-Synergizer. It was either Tri-Synergizer and either hair care or
Right.
beauty system and one other product. And if there was interest, she did do an Axio as kind of a later thing, but she did like the gut health or something. But she always leaned on first the Tri-Synergizer. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, well, and I think too, you have to kind of have a mission or a goal for your party, but what I would also end with was a call to action. And she does say that. She does kind of do, because what I would say is, like they do with any Tupperware party, anybody.
Get back
who
with the one that
orders-
sent you.
no, well, that, of course, but anyone who orders tonight, you get this much off, or you know what I mean? I would make more of an urgency of get your orders in tonight, or if you order, this month, you'll get the bonus, or you'll get so much off, or this free gift, or I would make some sort of, sense of urgency to either wrap the party with some orders that night, or at least by that month. So this is my April special. And if you want the April special, this is, you know what I mean? So that
Mhm.
call to action at the end of the Zoom, and then snap, screenshot all the names, and then follow up that night or the next day, and make sure everybody's got some sort of a follow-up right away.
Okay.
And then maybe even give them, say you did a great job, you got 7 people or 10 people on the call tonight, and I'm going to throw in an extra prize if you want to have another party next week, or maybe at the end of the month. If you
Mhm.
want to do 2 parties this month, I'm going to give you a bonus. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You never
great
know.
ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of immediately getting back by doing it that night. My daughter just called in and it blanked me out. Sorry. I was like, what happened? Yeah, having it that night, be able to get the order done, or by the next morning.
Yep.
Yeah, great idea.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we better wrap the call, or we'll be here all night. So thanks, guys.
Thanks,
We'll see
thanks
you
so
next
much,
Tuesday
Marilyn. This is
night.
awesome.
Okay.
Thanks. I look forward to the replay.
All right. Take care. Love you.
Thank you all.
Love you too. Bye, everybody.